So finally we are done with our business object layer. So let's have a quick review of the things that we have developed till now. We are done with our backend. We are done with our business object layer. Now it is the time for us to implement our UI, or you can say user interface, with the help of ASP.NET MVC. Now to implement this, again we need to look back into the roles and responsibilities. So we had the roles, that is user can browse URL, and or you can say we are trying to understand the requirements or look at the requirements once again. A normal user can register, can submit a URL, whereas admin can create, update, read and delete categories, view all the users, and can approve or reject URLs. Now keeping all this in mind, say we have designed a prototype, or you can say UI, user interface prototype. Let's have a look. Home page, or you can say a dashboard with some kind of calendar that I want to show. Normally this home page is accessible by all the users, whether it is an admin or user or anybody. And so this is a common page. Next, category. Category is a page where I can create categories. So normally admin should have access to this page. So this page is accessed by only admin. List category, even this page is also accessed by only admin. Admin can see what all the categories that he has created. Now register, any user can register, normal user, so everyone will have access to this. So again this is accessed by all. Now once a user has registered, he can submit URL. So submit URL is accessed by only registered users. So I can say who has the role of you can access this. Approve URL. Now once a user has submitted a URL, now this will get reflected to admin. Now admin can look for the URL that has been submitted, then can check some URLs and say approve or reject. So again this page is accessed by only admin, or a user who has role as admin. Once it is approved, it will be available in browse URL. Again this is accessed by all the user. Anybody can come and browse, can look for the URLs that are available. List user, again this is available only to admin. Now you can see that I have mixed all the responsibilities in a single menu. Finally you have login page. Either an admin or an existing user can log in from here. That means what? This will be accessed by again all the users. So let me now divide this, or you can say break this into few modules. So altogether I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Altogether I have 9 pages. You can see creating a category, looking at the categories, user is getting registered, submitting a URL against that particular category that has been created by admin. Then that URL is being approved or rejected by admin. If it is approved, it is available to browse all the users who have registered. And finally I have a login page. Whether it could be an admin or a user, they need to log in from here. So basically this is the flow, or you can say our process flow. So I'll go for breaking this into various modules. User, what a normal user can do, can submit a URL. That means before becoming a user he is a guest or a common person who registered, and after registration he can submit a URL. Admin can create categories or work on categories, can list categories, can list user, can approve URLs. Common, so without logging in, what are the things that a visitor or you can say guest can do? can look at the home page, can browse URLs, and I can get one more module called as security, which contains login, registration, if I have changed password or password recovery, and XYZ, all the things related to the security. So basically I get 4 modules, and all the pages get shifted to these modules. In our earlier ASP.NET web forms, we used to create 4 different folders: user folder, admin folder, common folder, security folder, and we used to add related ASPX pages to these folders. But here we do not have that concept of folders, but we have the concept of areas. I can have one area for user, one area for admin, one area for common, one area for security. Now what happens if we create areas? Your URL will look something like this. User, or you can say your base URL slash user slash submit URL. That means this submit URL comes under user module. So your base URL slash admin slash, now you can have category or list categories or list users or approve URLs, anything. So this says that all these things comes under admin module. In the same way you have common and security. So 2 pages comes under common module and 2 pages comes under security module. So I have 4 modules. So in our MVC we talk in terms of areas. I am going to create 4 areas. So I'll say I have 4 areas. So in my MVC I won't say I have 4 modules, I'll say I have 4 areas. So let us see how to create these areas. So our next step is creating areas in MVC. So I'll change this status to in progress. Now to create areas, what we need to do, we need to right click on this and we'll say add area. Now area name, first area I want to add, that is common. Now it has become damn easy to work with areas in MVC 5. Earlier we need to write these configuration settings, whereas now your MVC is doing all this URL routing configuration settings for you. Now you can see that in areas I have got common. Now common should contain again structure, that is controller model view, that is MVC. So all the controllers for common will come under this folder, models will come here and views will come here, and this is URL routing file. So earlier we need to register areas, we need to write this code, but as of now we need not to do all these things. Your MVC 5 is doing for us. Now let me quickly add 3 more areas. Now I have added all the areas. Let me rebuild this and let me rebuild solution. So finally I am set with all the areas: admin, common, security and user. Now next I need to add all the controllers, or you can say respective controllers. So let me go for our to-do list and let me control X. I have completed this. Next thing is creating controllers, or all the controllers for that respective areas. Now let us see how to create controllers, and how do we know that how many controllers we need to create, and how to decide how many actions that controller should contain. And that is simple. Let's have a look at page. Say submit URL is the page. So if we look into UI module, that is under user, you have submit URL. So say submit URL is the page. Now how do I define a controller for this and actions in that controller? So let us see that in our next video. Thank you very much.